It's your birthday, she doesn't have a drink. Please pour some.
Nthabi'S like, please, delete me off your page.
You are touching who? No, I can't.
It's big. It's big. What do you mean little?
You know, last night up until this morning was a truckload of drama in that house. I mean, guys, hey God, listen, the only thing that kept on ringing in my head was, if there were no cameras in that mansion, I'm sure there would have been a sex orgy going on in that house, because as it was, it seemed as though all the housemates were horny. Guys, hey, they could not even control themselves. Guys, they could not control themselves. Ranging from the way they were behaving, their body language, their conversations. Like, these people were literally talking about quickies, talking about crazy sexual experiences, talking about how to shag from the anus. This, guys, oh my days. The sexual frustration that was emanating from these housemate conversations last night, it was real. And then we had the likes of Themba. Themba was hot cake last night. Everybody wanted a piece of Themba, Mr. Dracula. Aside that one, guys, we also had the Yoli and Gashwan's episode. Even though the cameraman did not want us to see, we still saw what they were doing. Aside that one, we had Tools, who was crazily horny all over the place. He was looking for TCL all over the place, from Venus, from Tato. Guys, my days. And then there was Nthabi, who became, what should I put it? How should I put it? I'm looking for a better way to put it. Nthabi became Themba's pressure ball. Yes, because Themba was on heat. Themba was horny, extremely horny. And looking at the way he was passionately talking about sex, guys, it was so obvious that this guy really needed to smash immediately. And so he decided to use Nthabi'S boobies as his pressure ball. Like, this dude was literally squeezing with so much passion, and then Nthabi too kept on encouraging. You know what, guys, let's just start this video properly. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. Listen, the tea of this video is very hot. I hope you're ready, guys, because this one, it's loud. So I had dropped a video earlier giving you guys all the details about how Venus and Themba had been caught up in a very, very serious kissing moment. Now, apparently, Venus had wanted more. That was when I explained that she had said she was going to clean her makeup in the bathroom. Now, she was carrying Themba along, but then it was very obvious that she wasn't going to clean her makeup. She actually wanted more from that intimacy with Themba. But our plans were ruined because Tools and Yoli, they were having a conversation in the closet area, which is pretty much like this next door to the bathroom. So it didn't work out the way she planned. And then Themba had actually left. Later, Venus went upstairs to her bed, and Themba joined her in bed and was kind of like pampering her to sleep, sharing experiences of the kiss with Terry, talking about how he enjoyed it. Yes. And then later he was having a conversation with Tools and what's his name, Vinyl. Yes, they were talking about how much of a wife material Venus is. Yeah, that Venus is just too perfect. Her cooking is excellent, her demeanor, her behavior, the way she carries herself basically is very, very perfect. Like, if they take her home to Mama is going to definitely want her as a wife. You know, they were even talking about how it would be such a nice idea to win the 2 million rand and also win Venus as a prize. Now, that statement was coming from Vino. Let's also remember that Vino and Terry had their first lovers tiff. So at that point in time, Vino did not really care to go and meet Terry in a bed. For him, he just needed a breather. Themba and Tools, they had gone ahead to join Mpoa Badimo, Sister Mara, and Nthabi. Who else? I think Nali at some point outside on the patio. Vino was also there at some point as well. They were having conversations, talking about sex, quickies, different kinds of sex, guys. The conversation was very, very erotic and raunchy at that. And it was very obvious that these housemates, they were very, very horny. And so it kind of informed and encouraged the kind of conversation they were having. Now, whilst they were having that conversation, they were also talking about, oh, how long can you go when having sex? You know, blah, blah, blah. And then guys, Nthabi was kind of horny. Themba as well was also horny. And so Themba started squeezing Nthabi'S boobies. Yeah, he started squeezing her boobies. And Nthabi did not hesitate. As a matter of fact, she was enjoying everything, that even when Themba would remove his hand, she would encourage him more. At some point she wanted to kiss him, but he wasn't kissing back. And then later she ended up kissing him. Guys, Nthabi was gone. Yes, I mean, she was completely sold out to whatever Themba was doing to her body. It was really, really a beautiful, intimate moment for her that Nale even had to commend her and tell her, "You're enjoying it." She was like, "Oh yes," that she actually misses her intimacy with her boyfriend. And Nale too was like, okay, yeah, that she was actually missing it all. And then there was Tools, who had been inside the house earlier and had gone to kiss Tato on the side of her face, on her cheek precisely, to tell her good night. Now, Tato was being evasive because, of course, she has moved on from her crush on Tools and was now with Norman. I don't know what those two people have anyways, but Norman was already drunk and had been taken to bed. Tools was begging for cuddles and she was playing hard to get, but then it was quite hilarious to see how her mouth was saying, "No, Tools, stop it, Tools," but she was still there. And then there was also Sister Mara that had declared his attraction, his crush on Themba, talking about how he wants Themba to dominate him in bed, do whatever he wants to do with him, make him his bitch, comments like that. And then last night, the tension between Sister Mara and Themba, it was off the roof. Sister Mara was very, very horny, like extremely horny, and definitely needed some action with Themba. And so at some point, I caught him, touching and flirting and kind of seducing Themba somehow, even stroking Themba's nipples to the point that he himself had a crazy boner. Guys, I mean, it was so visible, he couldn't even hide it. The sexual frustration was on another level. And that was afterwards when they now went to the patio to start having that interesting conversation about how long they can go during sex. Now, moving on from all of that sexual tensions out there in the house, there was Gashwan and Yoli in bed trying to resolve their issues.
Oh, listen to me. No, man. No, Yoli.
No.
Come here now.
No.
Listen, Yoli.
No.
Man. Listen, Yoli.
No.
Don't be like that. Please don't be that person.
Apparently, it had turned out that right after the party, when Yoli was ready to go to bed, she had actually called on Gashon to follow her to bed so that both of them could spend some intimate time together, because of course she's up for nomination for possible eviction, and so she's not very sure if she was going to be evicted this Sunday or not. So she just wanted to spend some last moments, to treasure outside the house and see if Gashwan meets her outside the house, if their relationship or whatever they have is going to work out or not. But then Gashwan was busy having conversations with Nale, with Mpowa Badimo, with Nthabi, and the rest of the other female housemates out there in the garden. And that had really upset Yoli, that she had gone to bed by herself. And then when Gashwan noticed that she was not around, he had gone ahead to look for her, and then she was upset and just totally chasing him away from her bed. But Gashwan had refused, and after much pleading, before we knew it, after all the shakara, after all the "leave me alone, go away, leave my bed," we started hearing soundtrack. And this one was very serious. I mean, Yoli was seriously being pleasured with the fingers once again, for the second time this week, by Gashwan. I don't know what happened with the cameraman today. This man literally was just torturing me. He was just taking the camera off Yoli, on Yoli and Gashwan, off Yoli, on Yoli. I'm like, dude, please make up your mind, be decisive. It's either you're here or you get out, because you're just frustrating me. I'm a viewer, I want to see what you're doing. But guys, it was so intense that Yoli was seriously moaning. She was moaning out loud. It was that intense. And then when they were done, they had kissed and made up. Of course, they had settled their slight differences. And then much later, Tools had come into the room once again, feeling lonely, looking for someone that was going to cuddle him. Nali was not ready to play ball. Nali herself was also feeling lonely and missing her boyfriend. She had gone upstairs to sleep. And then Gashwan had gone back to his bed to sleep. And Then Tools not capitalized on that opportunity to jump into Yoli's bed. But then Yoli did not allow him sleep as she started having conversations about her friend Tato's whatever complaint about Tools. Guys, last night was hectic. Even me, I'm tired. I think I'm just going to end this video here. Just go ahead. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you saw all those dramas playing out last night, guys, let me know if you were able to follow through or if you just got exhausted and went to bed. I'll see you guys on another video. Have an amazing, amazing day. Oh, and thank you all for the birthday wishes. Thank you all so much. Today is still my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Thank you all so much for being a part of my new age. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing day. Bye.